Lifestyle. Now, here are your hosts, Chardell Moore and Christina Denny.
So all month long is Skin Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know it is the most common form of cancer in the United States? But here's the good news. It's also one of the most preventable and treatable cancers when detected early.
That's right. Dr. Ciro Martins from BMORE Health is here to give us the basics on how to spot potential skin cancers and how to protect ourselves from getting it in the first place. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we
Thanks
appreciate it, doctor. This is such an important topic, and this is something that everybody should know about. Everybody should be aware of skin cancer, regardless of your demographic or race. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. Skin cancers, as you mentioned, are the most common type of cancer in the United States. And what is kind of striking is that we don't realize that 1 out of 5 Americans will be diagnosed with a skin cancer in their lifetime.
That is a huge
number.
number.
You know, if you look at numbers, about 9,500 new cases of skin cancer are diagnosed every day.
Oh my goodness.
Throughout
That's
the
crazy.
United States. And the incidence is increasing. So I've been a dermatologist for 30 years, and I can witness that in my office. The incidence is increasing. If you look at the incidence of melanoma, there's a study that looked at the cases from 1984 to 2012, and the incidence double during that period. So definitely, as you mentioned, it's not just a problem of the Caucasian population, light-skinned people. Everyone is at risk for developing melanoma. So absolutely, everybody should be concerned.
So what are
about
the most common types of skin cancer, and what are the most dangerous?
Yeah, I didn't even know there were different types. So you mentioned melanoma.
Yes,
what else is there?
There's several types of skin cancer, but the most common in the U.S. are 3 types of skin cancer. The first one is basal cell, second one squamous cell carcinoma, and the third one is melanoma. So basal cell and squamous cell are considered non-melanoma skin cancers because they behave differently than the melanoma. Basal cell is by far the most common type of skin cancer. So literally millions of people are diagnosed with basal cell every year, literally. And the squamous cell carcinoma is the second most common one. Basal cells, the first type, the good thing about it is that they're localized and they don't spread anywhere in the body. They stay on the skin.
Can spread, right?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
So what should we look for? What are the signs that something might be wrong?
So the signs for skin cancer, basically a growth that won't heal, a sore that will scab over and the scab will fall off and form again on the same spot, a new growth, or if it's a mole that starts behaving in a bizarre way.
Interesting, like it changes shape or color?
So yeah, for a basal cell, what you want is to look for a pink or red spot that may bleed, and it's slow growing. For squamous cell carcinoma, it's usually a scaly bump that develops on a rough patch of skin. For melanoma, it's a mole that can have clinical features that are unusual or have the typical behavior of melanoma that we call the ABCDEs of melanoma. So A is for asymmetry, when the top looks different than the bottom, one side looks different than the other. B is for border. When a normal mole will have like smooth borders and sharp borders. Melanoma will have irregular, jagged, finger-like projections coming out of it. C is for color. Melanoma usually has different shades of brown, black, gray in it. D is for diameter. Melanoma can grow wider than 5 millimeters in diameter, which is the size of a pencil, diameter of a pencil eraser.
Which is still pretty small, so you need to really check.
Yes. And E is for evolution. You have to pay attention on how the mole behaves in the long run.
Nice. So where can our viewers find more information about skin cancer and just your practice as well?
So we are at BMORE Health, and we're committed to providing skin cancer screening and education. Our website is www.belcarehealth.com, And you can always be looking for our ads. We usually promote skin cancer detection. We open the clinic one day in the month of May for free screening for adults.
Oh, that's great. And we can check online for that
Definitely,
date?
definitely.
Perfect.
And then 2 days, one in the spring and one in the fall, for kids and adolescents to be screened for potential skin cancers as well.
Right.
Because melanoma can affect young kids as well.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Doctor.
you. Great
Appreciate
advice.
it. Yeah.
Of course, all of you,
Phenomenal
wear your
advice.
sunscreen,
Wow.
cover up in the sun, don't risk it.
Yes.